Have you ever experienced the pain of a breakup? That gut-wrenching feeling of your heart shattering into a million pieces, leaving you feeling lost, alone, and confused? Breaking up is never easy, and dealing with the aftermath can be even harder. But the good news is, you're not alone. Millions of people all around the world have gone through the same experience and have come out the other side, stronger and more resilient than ever before. In this video, we're going to talk about how to deal with post-breakup emotions and start the healing process. We'll cover everything from why it's important to give yourself time to grieve, to how to rediscover yourself and find joy in your life once again. The science behind breakups and why it hurts so much. The end of a romantic relationship can be a painful and difficult experience. The reason for this is rooted in the science of our brains and our emotional attachment to our partners. When we are in a relationship, our brains release a hormone called oxytocin, which is also known as the love hormone. This hormone is responsible for feelings of attachment, trust, and intimacy. When a relationship ends, the sudden drop in oxytocin levels can lead to feelings of sadness and withdrawal. This can explain why we often feel a physical ache in our chest or stomach when we experience heartbreak. Being in love also activates the brain's reward system, which is the same system that is activated when we engage in pleasurable activities like eating, exercising, or using drugs. This reward system is designed to reinforce behaviors that are beneficial for our survival, such as eating and procreating. When a relationship ends, the sudden absence of these rewards can lead to feelings of withdrawal and depression. This can cause us to feel like we're going through withdrawal from a drug, which is why breakups can be so difficult to cope with. Humans have an innate need for attachment to others, and when a relationship ends, we can experience a sense of loss and abandonment that can be incredibly painful. This attachment system is responsible for our feelings of security and safety, and when it's disrupted, it can lead to feelings of anxiety and distress. Our brains also have a natural tendency to focus on negative experiences and memories, which can make it difficult to move on from a breakup. We may ruminate on what went wrong or replay negative interactions with our ex-partner, which can prolong feelings of sadness and hurt. This negative bias can make it challenging to see the positive aspects of our lives and can cause us to feel stuck in our pain. Finally, when a relationship ends, we may feel uncertain about what the future holds. This uncertainty can lead to feelings of anxiety and fear, as we struggle to imagine life without our partner. However, it's important to remember that with time, support, and self-care, we can work through these emotions and move forward with our lives. While breakups can be incredibly painful, these feelings are a normal part of the healing process. Understanding the stages of grief after a breakup. It's natural to feel a range of intense emotions during this time, from sadness and anger to confusion and hopelessness. It can be helpful to understand the stages of grief that often accompany a breakup, as this can help you recognize and work through your feelings. 1. Denial. The first stage of grief when dealing with the end of a relationship is often denial. Denial is a common response to a traumatic event, and it's a way of protecting ourselves from the painful emotions associated with loss. During this stage, you may find it hard to believe that the relationship has ended, and you may hold onto the hope that things will go back to the way they were. You might find yourself thinking that your ex will come back, or that there must be some mistake, and you may try to rationalize the breakup. You might feel numb or in shock and find it hard to accept that the relationship is over. Denial can be a powerful coping mechanism, but it's important to acknowledge and work through it to move forward. 2. Anger. Once you start to accept the reality of the situation, you may experience feelings of anger. You might feel angry with your ex-partner for breaking up with you, or angry with yourself for not seeing the signs earlier. 3. Bargaining. The bargaining stage is the third stage of the grief process when dealing with the end of a relationship. In this stage, you might find yourself trying to bargain with your ex in hopes of getting back together. You might try to convince them to change their mind or promise to make changes yourself. During this stage, you may feel guilty about things you did or did not do in the relationship and try to make up for them by bargaining. You might think that if you could just fix certain things or make certain promises, your ex will take you back. 4. depression, the sadness of the breakup might start to sink in during this stage. You might feel overwhelmed with feelings of sadness, loneliness, and hopelessness. 5. Acceptance. Eventually, you will start to come to terms with the breakup and accept it as reality. You may still feel sad or disappointed, but you will begin to move forward with your life. Tips for letting go of the past and embracing the future. Letting go of the past and embracing the future can be a difficult process, but it's essential for personal growth and moving forward in life. Here are some tips to help you let go of the past and embrace the future. 1. Allow yourself to grieve. Going through a breakup can be a challenging and emotional experience. It's normal to feel a range of emotions such as sadness, anger, hurt, and confusion. These feelings can be intense and overwhelming, and it's essential to allow yourself time to grieve the loss of the relationship. Grieving is a natural and healthy process that involves experiencing and expressing your emotions. It allows you to acknowledge the pain and sadness that you feel, which is an important step in healing. It's important to give yourself permission to feel these emotions, as suppressing them can lead to more significant problems down the line. However, it's important not to let your grief consume you. You don't want to get stuck in a cycle of negative emotions that prevents you from moving on. It's essential to take active steps to process your emotions and work towards healing. One way to do this is to talk to someone you trust. This could be a friend, family member, or therapist. Talking about your feelings can help you gain perspective and process your emotions in a healthy way. You may also find comfort in writing about your feelings or expressing them through art. 2. Cut off contact. After a breakup, it's important to give yourself time and space to heal. Cutting off contact with your ex-partner can be a helpful step in this process. This doesn't mean you have to cut them out of your life completely, but taking a break from communication and interaction can be beneficial for your mental and emotional well-being. When you maintain contact with your ex-partner, it can be challenging to move on from the relationship. Seeing them or talking to them can trigger memories and emotions, making it harder to let go of the past. It can also lead to false hope or confusion about the possibility of reconciliation, which can be detrimental to your healing process. Of course, cutting off contact is not always possible or practical. If you have children together or work in the same place, it may be necessary to maintain some level of communication. In these situations, it's important to set clear boundaries and stick to them, such as limiting communication to only essential matters. 3. Focus on self-care. Take care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. Engage in activities that bring you joy and make you feel good about yourself. 4. Reflect on the relationship. Reflect on what you learned from the relationship and what you can take with you as you move forward. Don't dwell on the negative aspects of the relationship or blame yourself for its end. 5. Set new goals. Setting new goals for yourself is a powerful way to help you move forward from the past and focus on the future. These goals can be related to different aspects of your life, such as your career, travel plans, or personal development. By having something to look forward to, you can shift your attention from the past and embrace a new chapter in your life. Remember that healing after heartbreak is a process, and it takes time. Be patient and kind to yourself as you work through your emotions, and know that you will come up stronger and more resilient on the other side. If you're struggling with post-breakup emotions, don't hesitate to reach out for help. You don't have to go through this alone. Do you have any experience with breakups? What did you do to move on? Let us know in the comments section below. As always, thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss any videos from us.